Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live, episode 00118 or 00118, hashtag up, down. So, what is all that about? Anyways, let's go over the notes section here real quick. In the notes section here, I got James, or not James, but Bond Trading View, list of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. I'll be going over that. I have a new link. I'll briefly compare it to the previous link and the new link, and we'll take a look at it. I'll also go through more of the altcoins, and we'll see what happens when the price of Bitcoin kind of falls. What happens to the altcoin? Well, did Bitcoin really crash today? Not really. Did the altcoins crash today? I would say so. I would say yes. You may be surprised, but the way I see it, the Bitcoin has gone down the least amount in percentage compared to most, if not all, the altcoins that I have in my short list, in my flagged for shorts. In other words, the list that I've flagged, or the list of coins that I have that you need to dump to get the most amount of Bitcoins. Bitcoin has gone down less, and altcoins have gone down more percentage-wise. All right, I'll explain that just a little bit more here. All right, and so I got the previous link, and I'll compare it with today's list of my bond trading view, proprietary, secret formula, trading bot. I don't have a trading bot, but I'll say a trading bot. Anyways, what's after that? Okay, so in the notes section, this is what I'm going to be talking about today. I'll go over this real briefly so I can do my bond trading view list. Coinbase ordered to report 14,355 users to the IRS. Anyone moving more than 20,000 on the platform is subject to the new order. Well, I hope I'm not one of them, because I don't think I had a chance ever from Coinbase to buy $20,000 worth of Bitcoin, because if I did, they would just cancel your order. If you ever sold any Bitcoin, they would cancel your order then too, and eventually they just close my account. So I know they're not gonna be handing over my information. What's next? China State TV, over-the-counter Bitcoin platforms may violate law. So peer-to-peer trade may be a violation of Chinese law. We'll go over that. And last but not least, I like to really reiterate this. This is kind of important. 12.6 million viewers will hear about Bitcoin watching the Big Bang Theory. Why is this important? Because let me tell you, when Google came out, and Google came out after the dot-com bust and was probably really the most successful tech company from that whole era, and they didn't even participate in the dot-com bust. They let all the fools jump in and waste their money, and then whatever was left over, the real investors, the smart investors, invested into Google, and they let everyone else just kill themselves, as as far as the dot-com company, and they actually had a viable real product. Well, the first time I heard of Google, believe it or not, I was watching Law and Order on NBC, and that's the first time I heard of Google. And it was a scene where they were like, I think the detectives were investigating a person, and they said, "Oh, I just Googled that person's name, and this is what I came up with." And I'm like, "What the hell is Google? What the hell does that mean?" Turns out Google was a web search company, as you know now, And if you Googled someone's name, that's where Google came from, you could find out a lot about them. And so that's the first time I heard of Google, and then that's when I started using Google. And so, the Big Bang Theory, 12 million viewers will hear about Bitcoin watching the Big Bang Theory. This is big. This is huge. This is a big boom for Bitcoin. Not much for altcoin, but big for Bitcoin. So I'll be going over that. Of course, in the notes section, I have other useful links. Coinspectator, CryptoPanic. These are news aggregators. Cryptokings. After that, in the notes section, I have potential hard fork, fake hard forks, already forked but didn't fork coins, Bitcoin Silver, which I think is a dud. I always have the "it's time to stop" meme. It's time to stop with the hard forks. It really is. Bitcoin Platinum. I'll be going over Bitcoin Platinum. I can't believe who is starting. I mean, Bitcoin Platinum may not be a joke after all. Someone picked up on that joke. I can't believe it. And guess who it is? It's the mother of all forkers, Adam Meister. Okay, I'll be going over that. We'll see what I'm talking about. Bitcoin Uranium. Okay, this is maybe happening on the 31st. Bitcoin Cash Plus, which I think I briefly went over. Bitcoin Classic, which is not a fork. It technically is a fork, but it's a continuation of a fork because Bitcoin Cash forked off of Bitcoin, then forked again, and then may actually fork twice more times. So, man, all these forking coins. And then SegWit 2x, the fake SegWit 2x, which already forked. The real SegWit 2x never initialized. The fake SegWit 2x initialized or forked on the original SegWit 2x fork date. But I think they're using a different algorithm. But anyways, I think I made an episode on that. It's hard to keep up. We don't know what's going on. No wallet support, no exchange support. And then Super Bitcoin. I 18th, so watch out for that. And then we have Bitcoin Diamond, BID ticker symbol, which I still can't find anywhere. But there is a link to it. It's also on the bitcointalk.org forums. And then Bitcoin Diamond, ticker symbol BCD, that has forked. It's already taken a snapshot. It's already trading on the exchanges, just waiting for the mainnet to go live as soon as they finish their pre-mine, I'm assuming. And then, of course, we're interested in receiving more money falling from the sky. All right, and then SegWit, also next partition in the notes section. Other useful links, SegWit charts. If you're curious about SegWit adoption, Coin Codex, a listing platform. Live Coin Watch, which is also another listing platform. CoinGecko, another listing platform. BitInfo Charts, listing platform, kinda with more like a hash rate or network listing platform. You can find out the hash rates, the block size with various blockchains and compare them and find out, the truth about how useful those chains are. Joho's mempool statistics, if you want a graphical representation of the mempool, it is helpful. Saloom.io, that is another, I guess, listing platform, but it measures social volume. In other words, it measures social media, in particular Reddit and Twitter. And it gives you a percentage from last time and gives you an actual social index of the coins. It's been very useful. It's a great indicator that's helped me identify pumps. when a coin is being pumped. It's very interesting. Everyone should check that out. And transaction accelerator, if you need it, which I don't think you do. Bitcoin Cash hash rate historical chart, 6 months. All right, that's from infoCharts.com comparison. So check that out if you want to know the truth about the hash rate between the two blockchains, competing, very adversarial blockchains. Let me see, what else do I have here? Can Bitcoin be replaced via multiple hard forks? James Bond interview, Crush the Street, published November 9th, 2017. It's called House. Sorry, everybody. I'm having internet connections. My All right, everyone. Can you hear me? I should be back. Goodness. What an episode. Let's see if I can share my screen here. All right. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness. That was fun. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Excellent. Sorry about that. Wow. What a pain in the ass. Anyways, let's continue on. Gosh. All right. So, anyways, let's go on to the show. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to announce before we go on here, and that's here is. Wait a minute. Okay, the video, the video for this video, the video theme for this video is blood, sweat, and tears. Spinning wheel. If you haven't heard that song, it's the what goes up must come down song. So check that out. That is the video theme for this video. And then of course I have the meme hashtag yes2x86. The meme you're looking at right now. And then I have the Bitcoin pot of gold address as well, link, as well as the donational address. So I have the pot of gold donational address. Please check this out. Please donate. Okay, so let's see who all stayed around for the live chat. I gotta check this out. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. This is the fun one. Crypto Cartel, thank you for sticking around. 21 Million Club, Crypto Nodder, Dual Overhead Camnus, Merch Studios, Patrick, Bitcoin B, and Fud Machine. If you're still around, I don't know if you all left by now. Andre Barnwell. The feds, yeah, I think they're trying to get me. You know, I called the my internet company, my internet provider, and I told him, hey, my internet cut out last night, and I'm having intermittent problems all day today. Apparently, they're working on it. Issues around here, and it comes in and goes, comes and goes. I swear, it's like somebody knows I'm live streaming, and they don't want me to live stream. That's the scary part. Anyways, thank you for everyone sticking around. If you're David L, if you're sticking around, thank you very much. Let's see if you're all still in here. Oh goodness. All right, Roja Shibe, Space Odyssey Network. Good to see you. Oh, well, that was fun. That was way fun. That was more fun than I had all day. I'll tell you. Okay, sorry about that. Let's continue. All right, Bitcoin pot of gold. All right, please donate to the Bitcoin pot of gold. There's a QR code to the left. I think it's over I think it's over $90 by now. And you know, if you donate, I'll give away the 8th clue to the 8th clue to the 8th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. And then the QR code on the right is the encrypted private key. Please try to scan that. And what's up, Marty? never a dull day. How you doing, Richie Rich? I'm glad everyone stuck around. Thank you very much. Technical difficulties. I still try to come through. Anyways, try to scan the QR code on the right. It's encrypted private key. If you can guess the password, you can sweep the keys and the QR code and down at the bottom. If you scan that with a regular barcode scanner, that is Yellow Fever for you. That's a link to his channel. Thank you, Yellow Fever for you, for giving me this idea. All right, let's go on here. All right, so here's my OCFX on-chain James Bond Bitcoin live. Okay, James Bond trading view. This view created by James Bond Bitcoin live. List of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high flagged for shorts. This is my old list. We'll compare it to my new list. Okay, my new list is this one. So same thing. This is the newer link to today. I made this half an hour before. How you doing, Brian? Welcome back. Had a challenging there. My internet provider just doesn't want me to stream for some reason. And it looks like my internet connection is back. I'm going to plug in wired. I'll still keep the wireless going. Fourth. So I gotta keep them both on at the same time for some reason. All right, so let's see here. This is the new one that I made. This is in the notes section, and as you can tell, the flagged tokens here on the left are a little different. Again, they're high priority on the top, low priority on the bottom. Some of the coins actually aren't there anymore. I'll be going over this. Let's see what it looks like if I click percentage on Bitcoin. Looks a little different. Looks a little different. Okay. Wow, this is fun. This is fun. All right, so I'll be going over this. So let me go over the news real quick, and I'll come back to this. We'll go over the list, and I'll try to explain to you why your Bitcoin didn't, although everything crashed, but why Bitcoin has maintained its value, but your altcoins did not. And I'll try to explain that to you best as I can, and the reasons why you shouldn't really bother with altcoins, because you're just ending up losing Bitcoin. It's a lost opportunity cost to you. You're losing out. All right, so let's see what's next here. Okay, I'll be using this obviously to go over the bond trading view, but let's go on to the next one here. All right, so here it is. Coinbase ordered to report 14,355 users to the IRS. Anyone moving more than 20,000 on the platform is subject to the new order. I think this was only for 2013 to 2015, but who knows? Maybe they'll give more recent information. And then let's see here. Gandhi Gapalaraj, how you doing? First time I've seen you here in the chat. So if you read this, this has been going on for a while. We all knew this was coming. It was just a matter of time. If you want to know more details about it, I just wanted to share with you. If you had a Coinbase account and your Coinbase account, most likely the IRS is onto you. If you scroll down, this is the actual order right here. It takes you to a PDF file in which you can read. And if you want to check it out, go ahead. It's probably very long to read. It's been going on for almost a year, 2 years now. Everyone should have known this was coming. It's finally on order. And so if you traded on Coinbase a lot, more than $20,000, and they consider a trade by sending Bitcoins in and sending Bitcoins out. So if you sent Bitcoins in and send Bitcoins out, guess what? You're on that list if you sent $20,000 worth back and forth, even though it's the same Bitcoin, your name is going to be given. And so I probably didn't. because my account was shut down before then. So there you go. There's a link to that in the notes section. Check it out and go ahead and read it for yourself. Let's see here. I need to close some of these. I can close this. So here's the CoinDesk. This is coming from CoinDesk, and this is China State TV. All right, this is coming from China State TV. Yes, China, the government owns like the TV over there and probably news and other outlets. But State TV states over-the-counter OTC, over-the-counter Bitcoin platform may violate law. So after pretty much shutting down most of the exchanges, and then basically scaring most of the exchanges overseas, there's still over-the-counter trading going on, and peer-to-peer. Now, what the snag is, what they're saying is like companies like Huobu or Hubu, I don't know how you want to say it, are basically a third party, right? They don't really have coins. They have other people's coins, and they're selling it over the counter. Well, this is the snag. They're saying that because there's a third party involved in this peer-to-peer trade, it's essentially illegal, quote unquote. Peer-to-peer trade, like one individual with another individual trading with each other, that's okay. But the platforms that are offering the OTC trades be still a violation. So very interesting. We'll see what happens. I don't think it makes a difference considering Bitcoin has gone up to 10,000. You know, China is becoming less and less relevant. Even their mining is becoming less and less relevant. And it may be, realistically, it may be a blessing in disguise. I think China had just too much control. You know, the country itself, not only the government, but the country itself was having too much control over the Bitcoin ecosystem, especially with mining. So this would force distribution, mining distribution to other parts of the world, as well as trading distribution to other parts of the world. So I'm not too worried about it, but just wanted to bring that up to your attention. All right, and then finally, let's get to this. Tomorrow, supposedly is the debut of The Big Bang Theory, where 12.6 million viewers will hear about Bitcoin watching The Big Bang Theory. So if I cut out before, I was trying to say the first time I ever heard of Google was watching the NBC series Law and Order, where the two detectives said, well, let me Google her name and we'll find out about her. Or I found it on Google. I Googled her name. This is what I found about her when they were, I think, investigating a murder. And that's the first time I heard like Google. And so I didn't know what Google it means. Now everyone Googles everything. Like if I don't know anything, I just go to Google and just type, what does this mean? And it tells me. And so this is going to be huge, especially for noobs and new people who don't know what Bitcoin is, and maybe they're into technology. Maybe they love watching the show. It just gives great exposure. So I think this is a good opportunity for Bitcoin, but most importantly, it will probably bring noobs in, because I think it's priced at 5,000 in the show. Well, it's 10,000 now. So when they look up Bitcoin, they'll be like, wow, this thing is worth $5,000 more than what it was on the show. And, you know, it looks like they just watched the show and it's gone from 5,000 to 10,000. So this is huge. I always envision like mainstream media slowly introducing Bitcoin to the mainstream. This is big, I have to admit. And so let's go on to the next thing here. Okay, so all right, here. All right, I'm just gonna. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin talk dot. This is okay. Bitcoin Platinum. Bitcoin Platinum. Make Bitcoin decentralized again. Okay. Oh goodness. So here it is. And you know, if you look at this, this is utterly a joke, right? This is supposed to be a joke. I don't know where they had a picture up here. Let me see. Where is it? Nope, it's gone. So when you look at this, uh, it's a multi-algorithm, blah blah blah. This is obviously not real. It has no information in here, nothing. It's pretty much it was dead, right? Let's see here. They took out the picture here, but if you highlighted the picture, you could see it would say it's a joke right here. But if you go to the last page, and you go to the last comment, Disruptmeister. Okay, Disruptmeister. Oh my goodness. Adam is really becoming the mother of all Bitcoin forkers. He's becoming a mother forker. He's actively trying to promote Bitcoin forks. This is really ridiculous. So Bitcoin Meister, a junior member, the real BTP appears to be, and there's a Twitter, link to a Twitter, twitter.com BTC PLT is the the ticker symbol that they're going to try to use. This is killing me, man. Killing me. So let's take a look at the Twitter. Let's take a look at the Twitter. I'll let it download here. But I think we all know who this is. Username Disruptmeister. I think that's Adam, and plus he did talk about it in his video today. So he's becoming a mother of all forkers. He's becoming a mother forker. So, anyways, okay, let's go on. Let's see what the. Okay, so here it is. It takes you to this Bitcoin Platinum. Oh my goodness. And so apparently, now real announcement, Bitcoin Platinum. I'm reading off of this here. Let's just open this up. Now real announcement. Bitcoin Platinum is a hard fork coin from Bitcoin. It is an implementation of change. Bad English here. It is an implementation of change to Equihash and SegWit 2x. We are planning to fork at the block number 498533. I have to check out what block we're on now, but it says here will likely be around December 12th. So there you go. So we have another hard fork coming in December. Can you believe that? Crypto dividends, yes. Well, how many of it is crypto dividends and how many of it is scam, right? What good is a crypto dividend if you get scammed out of your Bitcoin? So, but anyways, it is there for you. Apparently they're going to do it. Let me see what else it says. It says there will be no pre-mine nor ICOs around this. So the original Bitcoin Platinum was supposed to be pre-mined, right? And they were also supposed to do multi-algorithm. You know, multi-algorithm like SHA-256, X11, Equihash. You could do whatever. Technically, I knew that was. Well, I didn't know that was impossible, but I'm pretty sure that kind of was impossible. So obviously it's been changed now. So they're changed to Equihash and they're doing SegWit 2x. Okay, all right. All right, let's see what the people had to say. Which exchanger will support Bitcoin Platinum? That's a good question. How are they going to support it if there's no pre-mine? How are they going to pay? It's really right. Today it's hard. It is really, really hard. It is really, really hard to get things listed and to get things to get a wallet to accept your coin, because you have to pay them. All right, you have to pay them to list your coin. You have to pay them to have them in your wallet. All right, so this is going to be interesting. I hope BTC does not become a joke. I hope BTC does not become a joke after all these forks. I support evolution with purpose and vision in the crypto world. Let's see. What does Brad have to say about this? What is the goal of this project, and why should anyone invest in this project with 3 devs that joined GitHub a month ago? And oh my goodness, here he is, Adam Meister. There he is. He's the mother of all forkers here. He's going to be known as a mother forker if he keeps doing this. Who said to invest in it? Just wait and see if it really happens. If you are a Bitcoin holder and it is real, then you get free crypto dividends out of it. Then turn the free coins into Bitcoin. That's okay, Adam. I mean, if you believe in that, that's fine. But you have to understand the risk involved in doing these forks to the users. Like Adam Meister promoted Bitcoin Gold. How many people lost their Bitcoin trying to get your Bitcoin Gold? How many people are going to lose their Bitcoin trying to get what's the other one that he promoted? What was it? Bitcoin Diamond. How many people are going to lose their coins? And then how many people are going to lose their coins with trying to split their Bitcoin Platinum? You got your wallet scams, right? You got your mining scams. You probably have a hack on the website itself and on the GitHub. This is there's risk. There's a cost to this, and not only that, the wallet providers have to do a lot of work. The exchanges have to do a lot of work. I know it doesn't cost the users nothing, but there's a lot of work involved. And again, here's another thing. If you read the second part here from Brad, it says attention is a scarcity. By even paying attention to a scam or a stupid, illogical project starves good ones of the attention, if not investments they deserve. I say ignore it until they at least define a goal and white paper. And I agree. Projects like this take away from probably legitimate and very good projects. And so the more and more of these forks happen, I think people are going to learn that it's not worth to deal with, because you risk losing your coins. So, oh, my name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. Welcome to the channel. And Crypto Kerbet, I see you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live chat. So check it out, everyone. I mean, you'll have some fun reading this. There he is pumping. He's really just overdoing it on these forks. I mean, he wouldn't be promoting. Adam Meister wouldn't be promoting these forks if he was the one that got his Bitcoin stolen from the My BTG wallet that the guy he interviewed on his show, right, even said on his show that it was okay and safe. He doesn't realize he's being used, and his followers are pretty much some of his followers, I'm sure not all of them, but some of his followers probably fell for the My Bitcoin wallet scam, My Bitcoin gold wallet scam. So very disappointing. Anyways, let's go on here. Okay, so that's that. And finally, let's go on here and let's compare my on-chain FX. So let's go here. So between this and this, the only thing that's different is I think Populous dropped out. I know that for sure. But other than that, I think most of the coins are already there. Oh, so let's go over the coins here. So this is what I'm gonna. Let me refresh this here because this is in the notes section. So I'm gonna go ahead, and since most of the coins are still here from the previous except Populous, I'm gonna use this list. I'm gonna go over each and every one of these, and I'm gonna try to tell you why it's really a bad idea to trade altcoins. It really is. And the chance of you making money on altcoins or making Bitcoins on altcoins, unless you bought these from over a year ago and you sold them like during the summer 2017, during January, not January, June, July, during that time, that's probably the only way you would have made Bitcoin. All right. That's probably the only way you would have made Bitcoin. And interestingly enough, that's also the same time when Bitcoin started to really take off in price. And so, you know, it looks like you're making money, but you're not really making money. You've missed out on making a lot of money. So let's go over this. The first on my short list here, this is high priority on the top, low priority on the bottom. So if you're an altcoin trader and you are trying to make more Bitcoins, I'm going to show you how. I'm going to help you make more Bitcoins by getting you out of your altcoin and back into Bitcoin, where you should be making a lot of money. What's the price of Bitcoin right now? It says here $10,758. All right, $10,758. Bitcoin probably has done really, really well, really well compared to the other altcoins. And so let's look at ETH. ETH has gone on top of the list again. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you here why you missed out on an opportunity here. So let's see here. I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, I'm going to zoom in even closer. I want like a closer snapshot. All right, so now if you look at this chart, all right, the orange line is the value of Bitcoin, what you would have gotten your Bitcoin value compared to Ethereum value, right? And so if you look at this chart, the highest time that you would have gotten your well, not the highest time, but if you look at this, you'll notice that the Bitcoin line is going down, meaning that you're going to get less and less Bitcoin for your Ethereum, right? But if you look at that green line, so if you look at this is Bitcoin, the orange, and then this down here is the green, which is how much Ethereum's worth. And we're overlaying the two charts. And if you look here, it's obviously the price of Ethereum has gone above $500, but yet your Bitcoin value has gone down. So how does that happen? Why does that happen? All right. Um, I could tell you right now that this is how it happens. Okay, so you have your Bitcoins on the exchanges, right? You traded your Bitcoin on the exchanges for Ethereum. Now that Bitcoin technically should be in that pot of on the exchange. It should be available for you to go back into, right? So you have Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, here's the thing: as the price of Bitcoin goes up in value, so does your Ethereum. Okay, and then on top of that, the people who are also buying Ethereum are also pushing up the price as well. And so the tricky part is, well, how can the price of Ethereum be going up, but the price of Bitcoin or the value of Bitcoin compared to Ethereum be going down, right? And why do they go down at the same time, right? When Bitcoin goes down, all of a sudden the price of Ethereum goes down. Why does that happen? Well, because a lot of these altcoins are backed by Bitcoin. So most of the value you have in your altcoin is backed by Bitcoin. That's what's keeping your altcoin alive and floating and going up in price and going down in price, like you saw today. And so when Bitcoin crashed, all right, if you look at this chart, look right here. This is when Bitcoin crashed, right? You see that green line? That's it. That's the price of Ethereum. It crashed, right? Because Bitcoin crashed. Why did that happen? Because basically your Ethereum is worth X amount of Bitcoin because you traded your Bitcoin for Ethereum, and on that exchange, there's supposed to be a reserve amount of Bitcoin for the Ethereum that you traded for it, right? And so as the price of Bitcoin goes up, all you have to do is hold on to Ethereum, and the price of Ethereum will go up. And what's happening is over time, and you can see it right here. See, okay, so let's say right here. Let's start right here. This is November 7th, November 27th, right here. So as Ethereum is making all-time highs, you see it's the price of Ethereum is moving sideways. But if you look at your Bitcoin value, it's slowly moving down. Now, why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? A couple of reasons, okay? So one, the price of Bitcoin is going up faster. And two, as the Ethereum price goes up, giving you probably the most value for your Bitcoin at that time, people are slowly cashing out of their Ethereum, and the price of Bitcoin is going up. So it looks like the price of Ethereum is moving sideways and kind of going up. But what's really happening is people who are dumping their Ethereum, all right, dumping their Ethereum, going into Bitcoin, driving the Bitcoin price up, which drives the price of Ethereum up. But since people are dumping their Ethereum, it's going sideways, right? And you could see that. You could see that right here. So right about here, you're reaching the max peak, the most you can, or in some other parts right here as well. You can see right around here, in that time frame, the price kind of is around 450 to 480. So the price of Ethereum is slowly going sideways and slowly going up, and yet the value of your Bitcoin is going down, slowly going down for your Ethereum, despite the fact that the price of Ethereum is going up. All right, and so again, what's happening? What I think is happening, all right, is that people who are trading Ethereum are slowly offloading Ethereum onto probably noobs, right, and probably people who are fallen victim to believing in the whole Ethereum kind of concept. And so the price is going sideways while the price of Bitcoin is going up. So they're dumping, putting downward pressure on the price of Ethereum, but the price of Ethereum, but the price of Bitcoin is going up at the same time. So it causes the price to go sideways, right? And then unfortunately, there's some people actually buying Ethereum at the same time. So it slowly goes up, slowly spikes up to 5,000. I mean, 500. And then when price of Bitcoin crashes, right at this point right here, see that? Right at that point, Bitcoin crashes, Ethereum, the price of Ethereum crashes. And now the price of Bitcoin is bouncing back up. So the price of Ethereum is kind of bouncing up a little bit. But look, you're getting less and less and less Bitcoin. Because you know why? Because people are still dumping their Ethereum for Bitcoin. All right. And so it looks like the price is stabilizing. The price of Ethereum and fiat currency is stabilizing and going up and sideways and everything. But if you look at the orange line, which is the Bitcoin value, it's going down. All right, it's going down. So it's very tricky to think about this. All right. So let me recap. If the price of Bitcoin goes up and you're dumping your Ethereum, the price of Ethereum goes sideways or slightly goes up because there's probably some newbies coming in buying it up while other people are dumping on the newbies. All right. And then as soon as the price of Bitcoin goes down, the price of Ethereum also goes down at the same time. Okay. And so even though nobody actually sold their Ethereum, the price of Ethereum will go down when the price of Bitcoin goes down. So basically what was happening, okay, this is what I think is happening, and this is probably happening with pretty much every altcoin out there, is everybody is doing this with their altcoin. Okay, as the price of Bitcoin goes up, they're slowly selling onto the exchange, and it doesn't look like the price of the altcoin in fiat dollars is going to go down. It's going sideways or slowly going up. It might peak a little bit. All right. Because as long as the price of Bitcoin goes up, it'll look that way. But really, people are slowly but surely dumping their altcoins, their crap coins. And then they're getting Bitcoin and driving up the price of Bitcoin, essentially. And so if you're wondering why there was a big dump today, because everybody got out of their altcoins, dumped them on probably the new users or the unwitting fools, basically selling to the greater fools. And then they eventually dumped their Bitcoin. And when they dumped their Bitcoin, they drove the price down, which also drove the price of the altcoin down as well. Because your altcoins are basically fractional representations of Bitcoin. All right. So here's Ethereum. If you just look at this chart, it should tell you everything. Price going, in fiat terms, price going up, Bitcoin value going down. And then when the Bitcoin price crashes, you'll see right here. This should, Bitcoin should also be kind of going the other way. But look, the price of Ethereum crashes along with Bitcoin. And then there's the value of Bitcoin doesn't really go up. It just keeps going down. Look at that. So there's that. So that's Ethereum. Let's check out Dash. Now Dash may be a little different, but I think you'll see a similar pattern. Hey Uber guy, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. So let's take a look at Dash, because Dash kind of has done great so far. Let me see on my Bitcoin list here. Dash has gone up 21% today. All right. Well, let's check that out. Let's check out Dash. Let's see what I can analyze from Dash. All right. So let's just get in really close. I want a recent view. Let's get a recent view of what's going on. Let me see here. November 27th. Just the last couple days, okay? Last 2 days, because I've only been recently doing my bond trading view list of shorts recently. So let's take a look. So November 27th is over here. This is 30th. So let's take a look. So this is a little different. Now you're seeing some kind of correlation. So this is why I'm having Dash second on my list, because if you look again, the orange is the value of Bitcoin, and the green is US dollars. And so if you were watching and watching my my videos here, Dash has been on my list a couple of times. And so if you look at Dash, you'll see that the high points here, there's only 3 high points. There's not that many. Like if you look, let me see, 72. Let me see how many. 72 million satoshis. So the Bitcoin value has been ranging around 72 million satoshis. Like right here's a peak, and then right here's another peak. But the price has been going up with Dash. Dash has been going up, but the price of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin value, has been stalling out right about here. Let me see, where is it now? 74 million satoshis. Is that right? Yeah, 70. I'm sorry, 7.4 million satoshis. Is that right? Yeah, 77.4 million satoshis. Sorry about that. So that's about most it's ever geeked out. Let me see, what's the other point right here? Yeah, 7.4 million satoshis right here. And this was at its all-time high right about here. Let me see, price 806. What is its current price? It's off its highs. Today was $794 for Dash, and so I think it's peaking out right here. This is about it. So the price is going up higher. View of Bitcoin is not. It's trending down, and so this is an opportunity to short Dash and get as much Bitcoin as you can. 7 million satoshis, 7.4 million satoshis. That's right. So there you go. This is it. I mean, if you just look at my last couple episodes, I've had Dash in there as top twice. So it has topped out twice right here. So you had one opportunity, which is right now. Right now, that's the second opportunity. I think the price of the price of Dash could probably go up, but the Bitcoin value will probably go down. So let me go back to the chart. Let's see another one. XML. Oh my God, Stellar Lumens. Stellar Lumens. Let me see. Took a 21% decrease in Bitcoin value today. So let's look at XML. XML or XLM. XLM for Stellar. All right, so let's just zoom in really close. I'm trying to get. Let me see. October, November. I'm gonna get really close. Just the last couple days here. That's what I'm looking for. Just the last couple days. All right, here we go. Trying to get in just on the 27th to current. All right, so here you go again. Highest point was right here, November 29th. Was probably the highest point where you can get the most amount of Bitcoins, and now it's decreasing. And so, oh goodness, so it's taken a big loss today as far as Bitcoin volume, and obviously you can see that as soon as the Bitcoin price went down, it's going down as well. Now, is there a correlation? Yeah, because stellar lumens are just fractional representations of Bitcoins on the exchange. So when you trade your Bitcoin for an altcoin, it's supposed to, that Bitcoin's supposed to be there for you when you go back into Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin people have in there, the only way the price of these altcoins go up is two ways. You throw into the pot of stellar lumens, and you get stellar lumens. And what are stellar lumens? Stellar lumens are nothing more than fractional representations of the Bitcoin that you traded for. That's all they are. So when Bitcoin price goes up, guess what? Your stellar lumens go up, even though nobody's buying them. That's what's happening. And when it goes up, people are slowly dumping their stellar lumens, going back into Bitcoin. And then they're dumping Bitcoin, and then when they dump Bitcoin, it crashes. And guess what happens to your stellar lumens? It's going up in price, and then it goes sideways for a while, and then when Bitcoin crashes, your stellar lumens whoosh, crashes all of a sudden, because stellar lumens are nothing more than a fractional representation of Bitcoin. Okay, that's what's happening. So there you go. There you go. This is if this doesn't scare you out of altcoins, I don't know what will. Then you're just destined to not make. You're destined to come short of making as much money as you can. And I guess I should thank all of you, because in some ways, altcoin traders are the reason why Bitcoin has been like mooning these past couple days. Litecoin's on my list. It's moved up. I know a lot of people like Litecoin, but I'm just being as honest as I can. All these altcoins are nothing more than fractional representations of Bitcoin. Let me see here. LTC. I mean, I'm analyzing. I analyze the charts view, long-term view. Now I'm analyzing it in a short view, like the couple days that I've been making that short list, the flagged list to short, to dump your altcoins to get as much Bitcoin as you can. Let me, if I could type it in, 17, 17, 11, 27. Okay. Oh, it's easier to type it in. Oh, dual overhead cabinet says grains of sand will be worth 100 Bitcoin one day. I wish I would get all the sand in the world and try to buy as much Bitcoin. Okay, so this is November 27th to November 30th. So here it is. And again, you're seeing the same thing right here. This is pretty much about the most you were going to get in Bitcoin, in Litecoin right here. When Litecoin was about $100, which I think was literally yesterday that I mentioned Litecoin being on this list. You're probably going to get the most amount of Bitcoin that you could. And as soon as Bitcoin crashed, Litecoin started crashing with it. Same time, same time. You can see it in the charts here. As the price of Bitcoin went down, Litecoin also started going down as well. And you can see right here. And as much as a lot of people like Litecoin, and I like Litecoin as well, it's more than it's actually 6 years old now. It still has a lot of challenges because it still needs a peer-to-peer market. It still needs merchant adoption if people are going to use it, right? If they're not going to sell it and go into cash to buy stuff, they need merchant adoption if that's usable. Um, are are people using it as a means of exchange, or are people using it as a store of value? To some degree, store of value, but I don't think it has that huge potential compared to Bitcoin. That's the thing. It's like, would you rather have something that performs the best in the market, or would you have something that performs like the second or the third or the fourth best in the market? You probably want something that performs the best in the market. And it's the thing about Litecoin. Again, it's it's a fractional representation of Bitcoin. So you see the same thing happening here, where the price is going sideways, and people are dumping during that time. And then when Bitcoin crashes, they're buying into Bitcoin, and then they're going into Bitcoin, and then they're crashing, they're dumping onto Bitcoin. And then as soon as the price of Bitcoin dumps, Litecoin also dumps as well. So, I'm not trying to give these altcoins a hard time. I'm just trying to open people's eyes to the fact that you're not going to make more Bitcoin, or the chances. All right, first of all, it's hard enough to trade because 95% of you, if not 99% of you, are going to lose your money. All right, or at least lose your Bitcoin. All right, because you go in with money, and you go and then you buy Bitcoin, and you go in with Bitcoin trading these altcoins. Now, if you bought Bitcoin and you held on to this Bitcoin, you would have a lot more money. So yes, you made money on your Litecoin or whatever altcoin, but you could have made a lot more money if you just bought Bitcoin. That's just what I'm trying to just point that out the most. Uh, okay, Ethereum Classic. So let's check out Ethereum Classic. A lot of people want to talk about Ethereum Classic. All right, so let's go down here. The date. I should copy and paste this. Seven, 11, seven. This, so I could just put that in there next time. Ugh. Why is this not working? 7, 11, 11, 27. Okay, I guess I have to push enter. I'll copy this and push enter next time. Same thing, same thing, but it gets even worse. Look. Okay, so it peaks out right here, about the time I told you. As soon as this came out available on my list of coins to start dumping for Bitcoin, As soon as it starts crashing, look, your Bitcoin value is going down, 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 and down. Price of Ethereum Classic is going down as well. Although in this case, this is different. The reason why the value is going down on this, all right, is because Bitcoin is maintaining its price, and obviously, people who are bag holders are getting out. So it's two things. Bitcoin is maintaining its price. In this case, the price of Ethereum is not rebounding because people are dumping their Ethereum Classic. So the risk in altcoins is when you put your Bitcoin into this pot that represents Ethereum Classic, right? If people are holding it and the price of Bitcoin goes up, you're going to make fiat money. Okay, your Ethereum Classic is worth more money, quote unquote. Now, as soon as the price of Bitcoin goes down, all of a sudden your Ethereum Classic is not worth that much anymore. All of a sudden, even though nobody has tried to cash out. So in a panic, people try to get their Bitcoin back out of it, and then what ends up happening is it's a double whammy. Now the price of Bitcoin has gone back up. I'm assuming it's rebounded. It's over $10,000, but everyone's dumping their Ethereum. So Ethereum is being dumped. In other words, Ethereum is being traded for Bitcoin, which drives the price of Bitcoin up. That's why Bitcoin is bouncing, because people are dumping their altcoins and getting into Bitcoin now. So that's kind of what's happening. So just look at the chart. It tells you everything you need to know. Let me see, ADA. That's next on my list. That's what is that? Cardano? Cardano is a pure pump. I don't even know what Cardano does. Or ADA. Cardano, I don't even know what it is. All I know is that from the way I can look at the chart, it looks like a pump. And that's all it is. And it's probably dumping, which it is right now. Look, 25% down. Bitcoin value, 24% down. Let's take a look at that. All right, so let's take a look at this one. Yeah, same thing. Look, the most amount of Bitcoins you had was pretty much yesterday or the day before, like I was put a list on. I put a listing right below this, right below where my cursor is. That was the best time to probably dump your Cardano. And now look at it. It's going down, and it's probably going to continue to go down after this. It looks like it was pumped. Now it's being dumped. It has a little bounce to it because I think people are hopeful for another pump here. But typically, you're not going to see another pump. And again, if you haven't already sold your Cardano, whatever that is, you're probably going to get less and less Bitcoin as time goes on. This is just a very, very natural. This is what I see all the time. This is why I don't trade altcoins. Altcoins are nothing but pump and dumps. That's what most of them are. They have no, they're outside of the exchanges. They have no value whatsoever. EOS. Oh my goodness, EOS. All right, let's talk about EOS. EOS. Okay, let's take a look at EOS, which I affectionately call Ethereum on steroids. So I think EOS has been on my top list, then was on the bottom of my list, then came back on my top list. So, you know, and then here you go. Here's the chart that shows it. So if you were right about here, this is probably the best time to have dumped your EOS for Bitcoin. And then possibly this might have been the best time to buy buy EOS, but I just recommend don't even bother getting into it. And you can see what happened right about here. Price of EOS. Let me get up here, right below this cursor. EOS has made an all-time high, pretty much, right? So it made an all-time high. That was your other chance. To dump it to get more Bitcoin. And now look at it. It's trending back downwards, and your Bitcoin value is also trending downwards as well. And it wouldn't surprise me if EOS goes up and then your Bitcoin value trends downward again anyway, because Bitcoin will be going up higher. So you'll have a missed opportunity cost that's going to make you, well, less rich. All right. I mean, you'll make money, but you would have made more money if you just try to get more Bitcoin. Christopher Thomas, welcome to the chat. This is the first time I've seen you. Well, Uber is not on my short list because I use a proprietary formula. And Uber guy, welcome. I don't know if Uber is an actual token, but I use a proprietary formula that my web bot tells me to short, trade, dump all my altcoins to get more Bitcoin. All right, so what's next after that? XMR. A lot of people love Monero. I've never been, I actually have Monero. Someone donated me Monero. It's right over here. Some people have donated XMR Monero to me. Nope. Has donated Monero to me. I have never used it. It's very confidential, so confidential that I don't even know if how many Moneros I have. I have Monero on a paper wallet. It's very confusing. Not as easy as Bitcoin, I have to admit. But for people who are privacy conscious, Monero is something you should use. And if you're using it in that way, then that's why you should have Monero. It's Thompson, not Thomas. Okay, sorry about that. Dual overhead canvas. Chris Thompson. Okay, my apologies. You know, I'm trying to talk and look at the chart and read the chat here to see if any new people come in, and also if anybody has any questions for me, and see what you guys want me to talk about. So I'm kind of doing three things at once. My mind is going. Before that, my internet went down, and so now it's back up. So all these things hitting me at once. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so November 27th to November 30th, all right, which is right now. So that's what I'm doing, because I've been basically doing my short list, which is this, my flagged for short list. Anybody new in the watching right now? There's a link in the notes section. It's called the Bond Trading View. This view created by James Bond Bitcoin Live, list of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. And these are the flagged tokens and cryptocurrencies that I have all in here in this box. And priority, the top coins are high priority to get your Bitcoins, to get the most Bitcoins you can right now. And as I go down the list, they kind of go into low priority. In other words, you probably already missed an opportunity to get the most Bitcoins, but you can still dump your altcoin to get Bitcoins, recover some of your Bitcoins that you probably lost, most likely. All right, so let's look at Monero. And again, a couple days ago here, you would have gotten most of your Bitcoins at this point. Another time, and here's the thing: if you look at this, right here, right at this point, Monero hits an all-time high, right? But if you look at the Bitcoin value, you didn't get as much Bitcoin value compared to over here. You got more Bitcoin value here when it didn't hit its all-time high. Why? Because Bitcoin, all right, was mooning. All right, Bitcoin was mooning. So Bitcoin probably started to moon, and then Bitcoin, this may be the bounce back right here, or it may have gone up higher. Who knows? And in either case, the value of your Monero hit an all-time high, but the value of your Bitcoin did not hit an all-time high in the last 2 days, according to this chart. That's what I'm looking at. And so there you go. Just if you just look at the if you look at this chart, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. All right, so you missed out on the opportunity to make the most amount of Bitcoin. At this point, it's where's Monero on my list here? Monero is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eighth on my list. It's almost in the middle. When you get to the middle part right here, it's already peaked out as far as the most Bitcoin you can make. And after that, you're just, I don't know, you could just wing it and hold on. After a while, they just drop off my list. In other words, you miss the opportunity of making the most amount of Bitcoin. So what's next? IOTA. I think IOTA is next. Okay, IOTA is taking 9% loss on Bitcoin, 11% loss, almost 12% loss in fiat. So even though Bitcoin crashed today, guess what? Everyone is dumping their altcoin and buying Bitcoin, and that's why the price of Bitcoin is bouncing back up. I haven't even looked at the price of Bitcoin yet. I think last time I checked, let's have a, hold on. Let me refresh this. Let's see what, oh, that's not refresh. Let me refresh it, and let's see what the price of Bitcoin is right now. Oh, Bitcoin went down a little bit. Bitcoin went down. So it was at 10,700. Now it's at 10,400. It's all right. It's still over 10,000. And by the way, I didn't make a meme. I didn't make a meme saying it's over 11,000 because it's stupid of me to make a meme, even though it did go over 11,000, but current price, it's under 11,000. It kind of looks kind of stupid for me to make a meme of it's over 11,000 meme, but the price is under 11,000 right now when I make the video. So, all right, so let's go over IOTA real quick. And I'm just going to go over the last 2 days. I'm going over the last 2 days, letting it load. All right, so this is a chart where basically you could see that the highest point of Bitcoin you can get was right about here. But if you look at the price up here, you'll see that the price of IOTA is going sideways, right? It's going sideways. It's staying above $1.40. But if you look at the price of Bitcoin, you'll see it's slowly trending downwards. If you look at Bitcoin slowly trending downwards, right? And so this is typical. You'll see the Bitcoin peak up when IOTA hits, or any altcoin hits, an all-time high, and then while it's hitting its all-time high, probably most likely Bitcoin is also mooning as well. And then while Bitcoin is hitting its all-time high and more, people who have IOTA tokens are dumping that coins. They're dumping that coin, buying Bitcoin, causing the Bitcoin to start mooning. But the price of your IOTA doesn't go down, it goes sideways because Bitcoin's mooning. All right. IOTAs are nothing more than these altcoins. IOTA is nothing more than a fractional representation of Bitcoin. So as people are dumping, the price doesn't dump right away, it goes sideways because Bitcoin's going up. And then finally, when Bitcoin dives, that's the only time you're going to see the price crash. And here it is. Here's the price of IOTA crashing. And you notice that Bitcoin just barely moved. The price of Bitcoin barely moved during that time. It's just trending downwards. And look, IOTA is like going back up. IOTA is going back up in price, but the value of Bitcoin is going down and sideways. Why? Because Bitcoin has recovered in price. And people are probably still like dumping their IOTAs on the second chance to get out of it. So yeah, did you notice that the exchanges were? I've heard that the exchanges. I don't trade on exchanges anymore because I trade peer to peer, and so I don't even. I just own my private keys. It's just so much easier. I don't even worry about it. Like the price when yesterday when I was doing my live stream, the price broke 10,000. So it was like 10,700, 10,500. Well, where's the price right now? The same, 10,400, 10,500. Only this morning it broke to 11,000 and then supposedly crashed to 9,000. Well, where's the price now? Let's take a look. Let me refresh it. I'm going to refresh this and see what the price is. What is the price of Bitcoin right now? All right, Bitcoin price according to OCFX, on-chain FX, one Bitcoin is $10,519. Just about the same price that it was yesterday when I did the live stream. So to me, it hasn't even moved. You know, it's still worth a lot of money. All right, so IOTA. Let me see, Decred. Let's see what happens to Decred. Let me see. I'm going to compare it to Bitcoin value. So it's slightly up, but let's take a look at the chart. ERC. Decred. Okay, Decred is slightly up. Maybe it had a dead cat bounce. But I know this has been going up and down off its time high as well. All right, let's take a look. I'm going to go to November 27th. Let's go here. Paste that in there. And enter. Now it's going to load. All right, there it goes. There it goes. Decred has been up and down my list, but it's been on my list. It's gone from high priority to low priority to high priority. So when it probably first showed up, it probably showed up right around here when it's pretty much hit its all-time high, and you got the most amount of Bitcoin you could right here, and then it dived. You can see it dived down here. I'm trying to move the mouse out of the way. And so it started diving and started getting low. And then, as you can see, it started showing up on my list of on high priority because it started going up and then showed up again. Now it's kind of. I think yesterday it was on my list, high priority yesterday, but let's see what it is now. It's really low. Yeah. So look at the price. Pretty much the price kind of trending downwards, but it's kind of hit $65 several times. But if you look at the price of Bitcoin, it's higher over here and then lower over here. So eventually you're losing Bitcoin. Eventually, the altcoins are again fractional representations of Bitcoin, and people are just, as the price of Bitcoin goes up, people are just cashing out. They're cashing out. Although the tokens, the Decred tokens, are going up in value because Bitcoin is going up in value, because these altcoins are nothing more than a fractional representation of Bitcoin. All right, so let's go back here. This is live. I don't know what this is. I'll close that. Are y'all? Can y'all still hear me? Let me see here. I'm looking at the chat right now. You want me to go over Flashcoin? I don't even trade Flashcoin, and I got Flashcoin. I got Flashcoin as an airdrop. So Flashcoin is nothing to me. I mean, I just have it in my Coinami wallet. I don't even trade it. It was just an experience to receive or participate in a airdrop. That's all it was. So that's all Flashcoin was for me. Will I sell my Flashcoins? If you got tokens for free, there's no point in selling them because you could buy them. I mean, you didn't buy them, and so at any point in time, they probably represent a fractional amount of Bitcoin. Um, like if Bitcoin goes to 1 million, most likely Flashcoin will be worth like $200 each. They'll literally be worth what it's worth now, a fractional amount. Sometimes they'll go up, sometimes they'll go down. It depends how many greater fools will buy into your token. So if more greater fools buys into your tokens, then they'll be worth more Bitcoin in the future. That's all. That's all it is. So that's the life of an altcoin trader. It's finding greater fools. That's why you see so many videos where people talk about altcoin trading, because they're trying to get you, the greater fool, the potential greater fool, to buy into the altcoin so they could become rich. Right? Why do that when you already have something that's, you know, albeit other people have gone into it, other people have it, but you have something that has a better liquidity, all right, a lot of development behind it. You know, most of the things that I find that are tools for my for your blockchain or for your token is on Bitcoin, and the liquidity, the peer-to-peer trading. You know, a lot more merchants adopting it and using it, and plus the potential, all the hard forks. You get these extra, like I don't even want to buy altcoins, and I'm getting altcoins for free because some people like Adam Meister think it's a great idea to become the mother forker of Bitcoin. So, you know, I think it's ridiculous, but, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm just going to have to deal with it. You know, I try to show people how to split their coins in a safe way. I just don't promote stuff and then just, you know, say, you know, what is that word? Tip caveat or something, whatever, buyer beware. I just don't say buyer beware, and that's your problem. You know how many people lost Bitcoins with their BTG wallet that basically Adam promoted. You think about that, and now he's promoting all these other whatever shenanigans, and he's just a useful idiot for the most part because they're using Adam to get to the noobs or the people that trust Adam, and all of a sudden they're going to go into a wallet and they're going to get scammed. They're going to go onto the website, they're going to get scammed. They're going to get their private keys stolen. They're going to lose all their Bitcoin. So uh, they're wasting time and energy. They should be focusing on something that's already there, that already has a huge first mover advantage. And having a first mover advantage is still huge. Bitcoin still has that because if it takes all the other altcoins to catch up, they'll never be able to catch. As long as Bitcoin is moving forward, all the other altcoins will never catch up to Bitcoin. They have to do 10 times more work in order to catch up. And with most of the users probably behind Bitcoin, they're never going to get there. They may become a very distant second place, and then all the other altcoins are just going to die, in my opinion. I mean, that's just my honest opinion, but who knows? Maybe time will prove me wrong. Only time will tell. So let me see here. What else have you got to say? Yes. Oh, hey, Q. Q Burrow, how you doing? I just saw you right there. Yes, useful idiot. He's a useful idiot. Apparently he's a millionaire, right? I mean, I'm sure when he gets paid, he likes to get paid in Bitcoin, or if he gets paid in any other altcoin, he dumps it right away for Bitcoin. So for a person who promotes forked coins, he sure likes Bitcoin a lot. Let me see here. What's next on my Decred? Mona Lisa. I want to say Mona Lisa, but I know it's not Mona Lisa. It's Mona Coin. That cat meme. That's the Japanese version of the Doge. Oh, not Mimi. Mona. Mona Coin. Oh, it's up today. It's up 10% on Bitcoin. Probably was because it was very low a couple days ago. Let me see here. Paste in there. So yes, very common scenario with altcoins. Basically, here you go. This was well, the first time Mo came up on my radar was right here when it hit its first time all-time high. Right about here. That's when you were. That's one of the points. Like really, it's like 0.7. Let me see here. 79,000 Satoshis, right? 79,000 Satoshis, or 79,718 Satoshis. That's when it was first shown on my short list when it popped up. And then the second time it popped up was the second time it made another all-time high. But as far as Bitcoin all-time high, right, it's only 82 Satoshis, 82,235. Not that much difference. So you had once and twice of a chance to dump your Mona to get more Bitcoin. And it looks like that's what's been happening with this since. It's just been dumping and dumping and dumping and dumping. It made another like little peak here. This is your another opportunity, not as much. You're only going to get 59, almost 60,000 Satoshis. And then today or yesterday or today was your other opportunity, was to get 60,000 Satoshis. But after that, I think you're slowly losing Bitcoin at this point. So if you bought in during these times right here, or these times right here, you're not doing so good. You're not doing so good. You're losing money and you're losing Bitcoin. It's a double whammy. So that's Mona. So I'm getting to the middle of my list where you're losing opportunity. As long as these coins go down on my lower priority list, you're losing opportunity to make more Bitcoin. You've lost that opportunity. Plus the price is probably going down. So you should have probably acted on it. or you should start acting on it. Depends when you got in. But I recommend never going into altcoins at all. So let's see what's next. Pivx. I have some Pivx. Somebody has donated some Pivx to me. But because they had a horrible, horrible development team, they had a hard fork their blockchain. And when you hard fork on a blockchain that has no mining, essentially it's a node. So if you don't update your node, I was left behind. If I update, I probably still have the same amount of Pivx, but my staking rewards are all gone. Like they had such a major flaw in their development that, well, I don't want to say too much. I mean, I did get free Pivx. So let me see. I'm updating here. Updating to 2017, November 27th, if it's going to let me. There we go. Copy and paste that in there, and let's see what comes up. All right, here's Pivx. All right, so again, this is very typical altcoin. When it first came up on my list, it was probably right about here when it made its first all-time high. Right here again, or very close. Maybe not. Maybe this is where it's made its all-time high. It definitely came up top of my list during this time, which I did show you. This was probably the best time to dump your Pivx for the most amount of Bitcoin, because ever since then, as you look, you can see that it's slowly. I mean, it's slowly just going down and down. I mean, it's just going back to where once it came from. It was just pumped for whatever reason, probably some social media engineering, most likely. All right, I don't think Pivx is really going to recover. That's probably eventually. So let's have another Salt. Salt is next on my list. All right, let's go here. Copy in the dates I want. I'm only going to the 27th of November, just 3 days or 2.5 days. Let's see what's. Oh my goodness, this chart is looking really bad. First of all, the Bitcoin that's in orange, the orange right here, this orange line, which is the Bitcoin value, it's trending downwards. And then not only that, but the price is trending downwards as well. So, but yet Bitcoin price has basically stayed above 10,000 at this point in time. Salt is a very bad investment, in my opinion. If you put money in Salt, you might as well you're going to become very salty, in my opinion. You will become salty, and you'll be very angry forever getting involved in Salt. Right, Ardor. That's been floating on my list, like up and down, all over the place. Let me take a closer look at Ardor. ARDR. Okay, yeah, that's the one. That is the one. Let's have a look. Let's have a look how bad this thing is. It's gonna look ugly. I know it is. God, this chart really looks bad. As far as Bitcoin value, it looks bad. It really does. You've lost a huge opportunity cost by buying into this altcoin. People say they make money. I just don't. I just can't see how they're making money. No, I just can't see how they're making money because the chart tells me otherwise. All right, unless they bought all this like a year ago, literally a year ago, maybe they've made maybe they've 2x'd. That's about, if you consider the price of Bitcoin, how much it's gone up, and you can consider the price of these altcoins, maybe they've 2x'd at most. Now, in fiat dollars, maybe they 10x to 100, a million x, whatever bull crap they're trying to tell you. But you know, as far as Bitcoin, the most they could ever get is twice the amount of Bitcoin that they put into it, and that was over a year ago. So it could be possible. It could be possible, but I really doubt most of them actually held on to their investments long enough. They probably cashed out. So they probably only have a third of the 2x or the 100,000x that they claim that they made. All right, so I'm looking at this, and this is just as bad. I mean, okay, Bitcoin value going sideways. So you got Bitcoin value going sideways right here. Now, our Ardor hit all-time highs several times, but yet its Bitcoin value is slowly draining and then pops up again. So there was one, the first time I probably mentioned it, the second time I probably mentioned it when it got up to my up higher on my priority list, and then eventually it's just slowly just dying off here as far as Bitcoin value and fiat value. So is this a good investment? Well, the chart, if you look at the line on the left, they were higher, and the line on the right, they're lower. That looks like a really bad investment. Ardor, okay, DGG, Digix DAO, DGD, Digix DAO. Okay, let's take a look at Digix DAO. G or DGD, right here, Digix DAO. Now, if you didn't originally invest in this, like over a year ago or 2 years ago, there's no point in buying into this because you're just not going to make. I just don't think you're going to make money, or the opportunity cost. Yes, you made money, but you would have made even more money if you just bought Bitcoin. So, I mean, the long-term chart says it right there. The long-term chart shows that you would have made more money if you just bought Bitcoin, because your Bitcoin value is going down. So when Bitcoin value goes down, what does that mean? That means Bitcoins have gone up higher and faster than Digix DAO. Even though Digix DAO, the price has gone up only because Digix DAO is a fractional representation, all right, a fractional representation of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up, yes, Digix DAO is going to go up. Have a look. Let's zoom in. Yeah. Okay. Well, I could technically say that it started off lower and it slightly ended up higher. Okay, so I'm analyzing this chart here. Oh my goodness. Why do people even bother to invest in these tokenized assets? This is probably on the Ethereum blockchain, Digix DAO. But right there, when I first listed it on my short, flagged for short list, it was a high priority at one point. See, right here. That was probably the best time, the best time to dump. You were going to get the most for your Bitcoin right there. And then maybe a second time. It's been up and down my list because it's been trading sideways. Like this would have been the second time. And if you just keep going, look at it, just slowly just is dying off. Slowly. So is this a good investment? No. If you already have some, is this a good investment to like dump your coins for Bitcoin, probably, yeah, this is probably the most you're ever going to get at this point in time. Like unless you bought unless you bought a year ago or during the summer, this isn't going to get any better. In my opinion, it's just not going to get any better. ARC. Now we're getting to the bottom of the barrel here. If like maybe tomorrow they'll have another pump and it'll give you another opportunity. But if they're going to have another pump, there's a really good chance that Bitcoin is also pumping. It's probably pumping harder. So although the value of these tokens have gone up, the value of your Bitcoins compared to these tokens is probably trending downwards. So ARK, ARK, let's take a look at ARK. ARK, ARK. I don't even know what ARK is. I don't even know. You know, and here's the thing, when you are technical analysis on charts, you don't even have to know what it is. If you just have enough data in front of you where you can look at it, it's a pretty good assumption that you'll probably know whether it's a good trade or not. All right, let's go November 22nd, 2017. Just 3 days ago. Let's take a look. Wow. Does that look like a good investment? That looks like a horrible, horrible investment. Okay, so when I first got on my short list, which was probably a couple days ago, this was right here. This was probably the best time to dump your ARK for some Bitcoin. It's probably also the same time it probably hit its all-time high, most likely. And then ever since then, you'll notice again, when you look at this, you'll see the price kind of go sideways. But look at the Bitcoin value. Look at the Bitcoin value. It's slow. It's dramatically going down faster than the prices, because what's happening is Bitcoin's going up in price, and as Bitcoin's going up in price, people are dumping their ARK. And even though they're dumping their ARK, because the price of Bitcoin is going up, because the price of ARK is tied to the price of Bitcoin, because ARKs and all these other altcoins are nothing more than fractional representations of Bitcoin. All right, think about it. When you give up your Bitcoin on these exchanges and you're buying ARK, that Bitcoin stays on that exchange and is supposed to represent a fractional price of ARK. It's that fractional amount of Bitcoin that you gave up, that is basically a representation of the value of ARK. Okay, and so as the price of Bitcoin goes up, people are dumping their ARK. The price starts going sideways. When the price goes sideways and the price of the value of your Bitcoin, as you see right here, starts going down, but your ARK value starts going sideways, what's happening is people are dumping their ARK, and the price of Bitcoin is going up. That's why the price of ARK is going sideways, and eventually, when Bitcoin gets dumped on, because all these altcoiners have extracted your Bitcoin from you by fooling you into buying ARK, then they dump on Bitcoin to cash out, probably into tethers, because yes, they're that foolish. They're even more greedy than greedy people. They're the most greediest people I've ever known, probably. They're buying tethers, right? And then the market crashes, and their coin goes down. And then here's the worst part about it. Even though the price of Bitcoin has gone down, right? The fact that Bitcoin is still trending downwards means that Bitcoin is still going back up. People are still dumping their ARKs, and that's why ARKs is going sideways, more sideways than downward. But Bitcoin, the value of Bitcoin is just going down. So it's a double whammy. You just don't know it. You don't realize it, and you just became a bag holder. All right, so let's have a look here. Library credits. All right, let's check out library credits now. All these coins, that I've listed, they have that similar story, people. LBC, library credits. Okay, November 27th, 2017. All right. All right, when you look at this chart, does this look like a good investment? I have to say no, because on the left side, the chart is higher, and then on the right side, it's lower. That's usually a bad investment. Now, keep in mind that a lot of my list, my flag tokens and cryptocurrencies, they're all short term. Okay, they're not long term. They're short term. But the whole point of that I made that is basically to help you make as much Bitcoin as you can if you're an altcoin trader, because that's what you want to do. That's every altcoin trader tells me the only reason they trade altcoin is to make more Bitcoin. Well, I'm trying to show you data. If you can't believe your eyes, then I don't know, believe your ears when I say this. It's a losing proposition to trade altcoins to make more Bitcoin. The best way to make more Bitcoin is to take your cash, your fiat currency, and just buy Bitcoin. That's the easiest way to make Bitcoin. Other than that, you can try to mine, but if you're mining, you're essentially doing the same thing. You're just taking money and buying Bitcoin. The only difference is you're buying a machine that will generate Bitcoins for you, and you're just, average cost, you're average costing, right? Average dollar cost averaging for the most part. Sometimes you take a risk, you'll pay more. Sometimes you'll pay less. To make it easy, why don't you just go ahead and just buy it at the spot price, you know? So, and you don't have to buy the machine, you don't have to maintenance, you don't have to worry about the heat during the summer. Great during the winter though. So, so when library credits first came to my attention, was probably most likely right here at this point. Right here, at this point right here. That was probably when you were going to get the most for your Bitcoin. Ever since then, it just hasn't happened. And the second opportunity was right about here. You see right here. That was your second opportunity. And if you didn't take that opportunity, then it's pretty much gone, because library credits are on my bottom of my list now, the bottom of my priority. So you're just losing an opportunity, or you've already lost an opportunity to make more Bitcoin. So you have a lost opportunity cost. It costs you money to lose. So, hey, buy Bitcoin, how you doing? Sorry if I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Let's see what's in the chat here. All right. Q Burrow, lower high on Bitcoin, heading south again. Now, I'll eventually do a chart analysis on Bitcoin. A lower high doesn't necessarily mean that it's a downtrend. You need to take a look at the long term, maybe on an hourly short term trend. Short term, it may be headed down, more consolidation. Is it in a confirmed downtrend? You need two lower lows and two lower highs. So that's what you need to see, preferably on a long term, like maybe on a weekly or even a daily. If you see it on the daily, then yes, I would agree with you. But I have not seen that. So calling it too early, many people have made that mistake many times. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I guess you're all talking amongst each other. I still got a couple more tokens to go to. Oh, sorry. Let's see what's next. Arc library, Vertcoin. Vertcoin's next. It's on the bottom here. Now, when you get to the bottom, these are probably um, coins that you've already missed on making the most amount of Bitcoin, but they could always get a dead cat bounce. So there could be a second opportunity, maybe even a third opportunity. Eventually, they'll just fall off my list and won't be around anymore. So, and perhaps the list will get shorter again. It just got bigger because the price of Bitcoin has gone up tremendously. And when the price of Bitcoin has gone up tremendously, guess what? All the other altcoins start to follow because, again, altcoins are nothing more than fractional representations of Bitcoin. All right. Like, I know I keep saying that, but you have to admit there's some truth to it. And if it wasn't true, then these altcoins would be more in market cap, would be more per unit of whatever token, right? And then I would be owning those altcoins, right? I would be owning them, but I don't. I don't own any. Well, I take that back. Let me see. I have to disclose. I do own Dash because someone donated some Dash to me. I do own some Litecoin. I won them in a giveaway. I also, well, actually, most of the altcoins people either have donated to me or I won them in a giveaway because I was watching other YouTubers and they would just show the private key and I would scan them during their live streams. Let me see. So Dash, Litecoin, Doge. Brian McLaughlin donated Ethereum. I have Flashcoin. I have Monero. What else do I have? Well, of course, I got Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold. I did split but that's coming from my stash of Bitcoin. So no one, it was already there, so to speak. You know, look when I bought Bitcoin, I also bought those as well. And, oh yeah, I also own some Pivx. Someone donated Pivx to me. I don't mind experimenting with altcoins, but I will not buy them. I will not trade them with my Bitcoin. I'm not going to give up my Bitcoin for an altcoin. And now you know why. It's a losing proposition. All right, you'll lose on Bitcoin, and then although you'll make money, but I think you'll lose money because you would have just made more money with Bitcoin. You would have made more money, and on top of that, Bitcoin's more liquid in the real world. You can really cash out. Like with these other altcoins, you're most likely going into Tether or whatever, or whatever Steamback dollar or BitShares or whatever, something that's supposedly pegged to a dollar. That's dangerous. You're taking way too much risk. All right, what's Vertcoin? Let's go into Vertcoin. VRT. There you go, Vertcoin, VTC. So is Bitcoin crashing? I mean, a lot of people were saying Bitcoin was crashing, but I just don't see any evidence of that. Bitcoin overextended itself, and now it's crashed back down to what, like 10,500? This is now anyway. I think it went down all the way to 9,000 something, 9,700 or something. You're all locked out of your exchanges. You didn't have a chance to sell, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, let's take a look here. All right, now look at this. Look at this. You have Vertcoin is just a typical altcoin that you would typically see. You would typically see. Now, right now, maybe a chance for you to. I'm looking at the chart right here. Right now, maybe a chance for you to like recoup some of your Bitcoin if you put some Bitcoin into this. Otherwise, I stay away. Your first opportunity was really back here in the beginning, probably even earlier than that. But there you go. It probably showed up in my radar at some point right around here, and then probably one more time around here as well. But if you notice, at this point right here, at this point, you would have gotten the most amount for your Vertcoin. Now, here's the interesting thing. This is probably the all-time high for Vertcoin, right about here. But look, you didn't get the most amount for your Bitcoin, did you? You actually got less. Why? Because at that time, Bitcoin was probably hitting like $11,000. So another missed opportunity cost. So this is a prime example of a coin that is literally a fractional representation of Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin going up means you get less Bitcoin, all right, when you trade for Vertcoin, but your Vertcoin is worth more in fiat currency because it's a fractional representation of Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin goes up, the price of Vertcoin goes up. It doesn't take much. And then, of course, as you see here, you got Bitcoin here being worth the most amount of Bitcoin was right here. And and you can see the price of Vertcoin was going sideways. Look, so it's kind of going sideways, trending down, but still going sideways. So if you look at it, Bitcoin's been going up. People are now dumping Vertcoins. Remember, people also mine too. So there's always selling pressure with altcoins because people mine them and they sell them, like NiceHash, for example. If you join NiceHash, what do? They will mine the most profitable coin. So whenever a coin goes up in price, it becomes profitable to mine. They'll mine that coin, and then they'll dump that coin to buy Bitcoin, right? That's NiceHash. Now think about all the people who mine on their own and avoid, they want to get that extra 20%. What are they doing? They are dumping altcoins because altcoins are easy to mine right now, easier than Bitcoin, and they're eventually dumping it for Bitcoin. So there's always selling pressure. Let's go to Syscoin. Syscoin's probably the bottom. Let's see how Syscoin is going to fare. SYS. Syscoin. I don't even know what it is or what it does. You know, sometimes you don't really have to. The chart will tell you what it is. Let me see. All right, finally got a chart here. Let me put the date in. The date is November 27th, 2017. Right, let's, oh, already it's looking bad. Okay, well, there you go. This is why it's on the bottom of my list. You're not going to get the most amount of Bitcoins as you did before when it was on the top of my list. So, all right, so here you go. This was the best time. This is just like Vertcoin. You see how how I list them? I list them to the point if they're on the top of the list, you're going to get the most amount of Bitcoin at that time. And as they move on the bottom of my list, you miss the opportunity. But if you need to get out, get out. Sometimes, you know, if they get another spike up, they go back to the top of the list. But if you look at this chart, it's even worse. Okay, people are selling more. People are dumping this coin faster than the price of Bitcoin can go back up. So, people are not holding onto this coin. And on top of that, price of Bitcoin has probably rebounded to the point where it's driving down the Bitcoin value. So Bitcoin going up in price drives down the Bitcoin value on the chart here compared to Syscoin. So there you go. This is what I would call a classic altcoin, where when you look at it, the left side is higher, the right side is lower. What does that mean? That means this is a bad investment. It's a bad investment. Anyways, all right. So let's Okay, so now let's take a look at the mempool. I think I'm done with that. So everybody, remember the key. The meme for today is what goes up must come down. Now, when people saw this, they probably thought I was talking about Bitcoin, but has Bitcoin really gone down? I mean, it's at $10,000 right now. I mean, when I did my live stream yesterday, it was $10,500. So it doesn't seem like it went up anywhere. It doesn't seem like it went down. It just stayed where it was. But if you notice the altcoins, as far as Bitcoin value, they continue to trend down. So what does go up eventually does come down for altcoins. All right, so here we are on the mempool. All right, mempool is right here. Wow, this mempool just went crazy. Yeah, it peaked out at 120 to 140 satoshis per byte. Um, Even if you did this, it was still not too bad. The price of Bitcoin is over at 10,000. It ended up being, it ends up being about $5 at 100 to 160 satoshis per byte. If you really look at it, if you want the transactions right here at the peak, we're riding on 140 to 160 satoshis per byte. So, but let's see what it is now. Now it looks like it's in the blue area, which is 70 to 100 satoshis per byte, which is right here. 100 to 70 satoshis per byte, or 70 to 100 satoshis per byte. So if you did your transaction now during the late hours, in which that's when I do my live stream, I start my live stream 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It would be basically if you did 100 to 120, you would get your transactions done. If you can wait it out, you can do 70 to 100. So anything above 100 satoshis per byte, you'll probably get your transactions in the next block. Let's look at the Bitcoin fees. All right, so yeah, it's not good. uh, right around here, probably 100 satoshis per byte is probably a good deal right now. You can see the mempools being filled up here. Let's see what it says. 170 satoshis per byte. I think that's a little overpriced right now, but let's see what it is during the day. It's probably going to be a little higher. Okay. Now let's go on to Bitcoin transactions here, or the Bitcoin chart. So 10,000, 10,200. Bad. That's not bad at all. 10,200. Okay, let me zoom in here and let's go to look at it. All right, so let's zoom out now. Well, I'm looking on the weekly, and I don't know what people are talking about. What crash are people talking about? I don't see a crash. I see massive, massive spike above a top trending. All right, an upward top line, top trend line. I see the price breaking above it and just going crazy, going bonkers. If there is ever going to be a pullback, which I don't know when that's going to happen, but I need to see two lower highs and two higher highs. So I need to see two consecutive lower highs and two consecutive lower lows to say, okay, it's reversing. And so far, I don't see that. Right? I need to see something like this, like a movement like this and like this, instead of a higher high and a higher low and a higher high and a higher low. I need to see something reverse, like if I can show you on 2013. I need to see something like this: higher, lower high, lower high, or lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, high. But really, it's this is a high, this is a lower low, this is a lower high, this is a lower low. I need to see something like that. Then, by then, obviously, the price has moved down so much, you've got to be an idiot to realize that it's downtrending. But you got to see something like this: a high, a lower high, a lower low, a higher high, or I'm sorry, lower high, and then a lower low, or actually this was the lower low, and then this would have been the exit. You should have exited out of this point and then just write it down and just let it wait, or average cost going back down. It was quite different back then, but you could have started making, you could start trending of drawing a line obviously down here, and it would have just obviously gone down there and then finally spiked up and drawn another line. So right now I just don't see that lower low. Sorry, I'm on the wrong. So I just don't see this downward crashing that people talk about. Yes, the price did crash, and let's just go to it. Okay, let's go on to the 1 hour, and let's see what I can ascertain from the 1 hour. All right, so let's see what I can see here. Well, I can just draw some lines for the most part. The trend line is way at the bottom. Okay. I could draw, this is an incomplete candlestick. This is an incomplete candlestick, but I'm going to just draw a line there because it just adds more data to it. And then, okay. Let's see here. We can add another, trend line. We start drawing trend lines now and see what kind of things, where the trend is. This is obviously going to be going up. Okay. And then if you want, you can draw a triangle. Drawing triangles, goodness. Hold on here. I'm just trying to be accurate with this without screwing anything up. Okay, there you go. So that's kind of what you got. You got something like this. And so that's what you're looking at, as far as I can tell, on the hourly. It's ranging between 9,250 to 11,395, and that's the big range. In between that is, let's see what this price is right here. Between that, it's ranging from, what's the high? 10,618. So from 9,250 to 10,618, it's the second range. And then the current range, which is from 10,618 to the bottom of this candlestick right here, is from here to here. That's the big range. So right now the spot price is right here. So if it does a couple of things between these two ranges here, which is, what's the low on this here? This low is $9,903. So from this point on, when I'm doing the chart analysis, is it going to follow this trend line? Which it seems to be following this trend line on a very, very short-term range. So it can either follow this trend line, or it can just break above it, and then, but it still needs to follow these two ranges in price. So it has to break either here or here in the short term. If it breaks the top, obviously it's going to go to this right here, to this, and retest this. But you know, we'll see. But right now it's just stuck between these two ranges. Looks like it's trending downwards because it's really sharp. It's trending sharp. So if it breaks this trend line, this is the line that's going to challenge right here. So it has to break that line. If it breaks this line, it's going to go up to this line. If it breaks this line, then you're going to look at higher highs. If it follows down to this, if it follows this downward trend line, it has to break below this line, and then eventually it's going to come up against this support area right here. This support, this long support right here. This is on an hourly, so it could move very, very fast. It's been moving very, very fast. It'll probably slow down before it speeds up again. But this is another area where it's going to add support. If it breaks that, then it's going to definitely break this. And then we don't know what the next support area is. Probably right around here, around 8,000, 8,100, 8,200. It's probably another support area. So let me pull back to the 12-hour. Let's see what the 12-hour says. Let's get rid of these trend lines. All right, so on the 12-hour, the spot price is higher than the moving average. And so as long as the spot price is higher than the moving average, it's still very bullish. Still very bullish. It has to break below the moving average. And on top of that, it has to also break below the long-term moving average. So the long-term moving average is right around 60 or 8,600, 8,688 on there. So that's another, if it's going to go down, that may be a support. This is on the 12-day. Okay. Let's go on a 1-day. Okay, 1-day. I really don't like looking at this candlestick. It's just too thin. And a huge wick, a huge wick. I don't like seeing that. I like seeing more body to the candlestick, but it is there. It is what it is. Gap showing here, but the spot price is above the short-term moving average, and it is above the long-term moving average. And so it's just following the pattern here. And as long as the moving averages, as long as the spot price is above both those moving average, and those moving averages are pointing upwards, that just means the price is moving, is generally going to be going up. All right, that's what it means. That's what I can tell from it. Until something different happens, It's still going up. Okay, let's go on a 3-day. 3-day is, well, the spot price again is above the moving average. There is a gap here from the bottom of that wick of this green candlestick here. There is a little gap here, but the fact that it moved down that far, I can imagine that if the price goes up or continues to go up, the moving average will move up and touch the bottom of this wick, and then, you know, whatever, a week later, you'll look at this hindsight 2020 and you would say, well, man, I should have bought right when the moving average touched this, and you would just kick yourself for not buying. But that's 2020. Right now, there's a gap, and that's how it always is. It's a gap. So you have to determine whether to buy or sell. As long as this is a green candlestick, although the body of it's getting thin and the wicks are getting large, as long as it's a green candlestick and it's above the shorter term moving average, it's going to continue to go up. You know, that is the trend. You don't fight the trend, and it's above this as well. So where is this moving average? This moving average is on a 3-day. It's around 87.62. 87.62 is a good a spot where you could put a market order, or not a market, a limit order. The next one for this average, it looks like at 63, almost $6,400. And of course, you have this. I believe this is the moving trend line right here. Yeah. So this is the long-term trend line right here, and this long-term trend line is pretty much at $7,000 right here. So there's another area of support that you could put a market or limit order. And then this long term is slowly moving up to this trend line. So it's this line, this line that I drew back from 2013, that's looking more and more like a stronger support. So 7,000 could be a very strong support area. And then lastly, we'll go on to the 1 week. All right, so 1 week, it's the candlestick has a better body to it with a large wick on top. Whenever you see wicks on top, that usually indicates upward pressure because the price has been up that high. And we'll and let me see, we're only in midweek. We still have another three days to go, 3 or 4 days to go, and we'll have to see the rest of the candle. But the fact that the wick has moved up that high seems like people have already bought up or bought into that area, and it means that for me, when I look at the candlestick, it's placed. Prices have already moved up in that direction, so there's always a good chance that the price will the candle will fill up. So anytime you see a wick that's green and the wick is pointing up, it usually indicates the price is going to be trending up. My only concern is that there is a gap here, and whenever I see large gaps between the spot price and the moving average, usually tells me there might be a correction coming up. So do keep that in mind. The bigger the gap, the bigger the correction. So this is at, let me see, where is it? This is 78.33, somewhere around 78.33. So that could be a good limit order. And of course, you have this trend line at 7,000, and then of course you have this moving average at 5,000. So those are some areas of support areas that you could put some orders. All right. Just take out the rest of these. Take out the rest of this line. Just take a look at it one more time without all this. Yeah, it's gone up a lot, and the problem is because a lot of people think it's gone up a lot. They the assumption is it's time to short or it's time to sell. But if you've seen some of my previous episodes, where I go back and I analyze 2013 by analyzing the past, the 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 market before 2013, the pre 2013 areas, like around the first. Let me see. I'll try to show you. So I analyzed this. I analyzed this, bull run by analyzing this right here and the previous bull market, which was this and some other thing right here. So I analyzed that, and based on that, I extrapolated some information where this the original amount was right about here. So it was at 400. 400 was supposed to be the top back in 2013 of this bull run right here. This bubble right here, supposed bubble. But it didn't stop at 400. It kept going to almost 1200 right here. So extrapolating that and using the same concept, um, if there we go. If 7,000 is supposed to be the top, um, well, then you times that by 3, you get 21,000. Now, if this is exponential, like some people have been calling out for 40,000, well, if it's exponential, what do you times it by? Well, you times it by 6. So 7 times 6 is 42. So 42,000. So I'm not sure about the 42,000. I definitely think 21,000 for Bitcoin price is reasonable. It's well within this bull market. 42,000. I would have to reanalyze the chart once it goes to 21,000, and then once analyzing it at 21,000, I would have to analyze if it's possible to go to 42,000. I don't think it will. I think that's just way too much, without some kind of pullback. Anyways, chart analysis here. Sorry if this is a long one. I apologize, but I'm making up for yesterday. There we go. That concludes this episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live. What number is this? 00118. Okay. So I'm going to conclude this episode. So thank you everybody for putting up with my internet connection, with coming on to the live stream. Let me see who all stuck around in the chat. Q Burrow, thank you very much for being in the chat. Buy Bitcoin, dual overhead Camness, you're always here. Crypto Nodder, Neo Geo, I didn't see you. Welcome to the chat. Hopefully you're still around. And who else stuck around? Not too many. Buy Bitcoin, FUD Machine. Thanks a lot for always staying till the end. You must really like my long live streams. DJ Calv, thanks for showing up here. I think you're new to the chat. Let me see who else is all in. Everyone probably already left. Oh, my name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. Appreciate you showing up. You're always your username makes me laugh. Let's see who else was in the chat if they haven't already left. 21 million. David L. Let's see who else was in here. Uber guy. How you doing, Uber guy? And Chris Thompson, sorry for mispronouncing your last name. Trying to do a lot of things here at once with all these technical difficulties. And Merc Studios, thank you for chatting in the live stream. Really appreciate it. Let me see who else was all in here. This is a lot of chatting going on. Richie Rich. Oh, you're always welcome, Richie Rich. And then Andre Barnwell, thank you. You're always here as well. And I think Crypto Kerbit, yes. Gandhi Galapara, Hiroji Shive, Space Odyssey Network, as well as, let me see, Brian. Brian was in here. Oh boy, this is a long chat, a very long chat. The Imaginary Globe. Let me see who else. God, I got Marty Wilkinson. Check out his channel, Marty Wilkinson. All right, thank you for everyone. Wow, this was a long chat, long chat, and thank you for all staying in all through the difficulty. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye-bye.